Good evening and welcome to Your Time to Shine. Your Time to Shine is a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the program tonight. I hope you're all doing well. I don't know about you, but the energy today especially has just been so heavy and almost takes your breath away. I just want to crawl under the covers and start over again with today and being tired on top of that. And it's not just me. I've had a couple people ping me today and just say, wow, the energy around here is just really heavy. So it's out there. And if you're feeling it, just know that you're not alone and take it easy and be gentle with yourself during the next few days. Again, this is going to continue for a couple more weeks until the end of the year, and then it should lighten up a little bit, or at least we can only hope. So, with this time of year, it's always kind of a stressful season with the holidays. It's also fun, great season, but it can be really overwhelming, especially for empaths and people who can feel energies. And so I'd like to take tonight to give some of you some tips on how to survive the holidays, especially those empaths out there. So you say, what is an empath? I hear it, I hear the term, but I don't know what an empath is. I don't know if I am an empath. So essentially, an empath is a highly sensitive, intuitive person who is very sensitive to energies, not only your own, but everybody else's energies around you. Are you the type of person that when you walk into a room, you can instantly tell if there's something about a person that you like, or maybe you're not sure about, it doesn't feel right? It's because you're feeling their energy, whatever's coming off of that person. And it can be very overwhelming sometimes because you don't know what to do with those energies. And, now looking back on it, my daughter is a huge empath. And had I known now and had all the tools now that I did back then, I really feel like I could have helped her so much more in understanding why she was feeling the way she was feeling. And what I mean by that, when she was about 2 years old, 3 years old, she could not go into a mall. She couldn't go into some of those kid places like the Chuck E. Cheese's or the big play areas indoors. There was too much energy. There was too much noise. And it would only take about an hour and she would be in tears and just beside herself. And we'd have to take her outside to kind of get her away from the situation and get her away from everything that she was feeling, because she didn't know, as a 2 or 3-year-old, she didn't know what to do with all these energies that she was feeling and that she was taking on herself. And that's another thing with empaths, is we take on other people's energies. And sometimes it's really hard to discern whether it is our energy or if you're feeling somebody else's energy. Another thing about an empath is you feel I don't want to say an emotional person. You are an emotional person, but you feel very deeply. So even watching things, for instance, the news might be too overwhelming and too depressing for you. I know a lot of times I tune the news out. I literally can't handle that. And it's because I'm taking on all the energy that's coming through, all the emotions that people are feeling. And it's very overwhelming. Sometimes you will take on others' pain, or you have a lot of fatigue and you end up going to bed early. It's because you're taking on all these energies. I know this has happened to me a lot as well. Tasks seem overwhelming. You get too many things on your plate, and all of a sudden you're completely overwhelmed and you don't even know where to start. You don't even know where you left off to continue to start. And so those are some things that will help you decide if you are an empath or not. There's so many of us out there. Two other things I want to make note of with an empath. You can dive really deep into things, but then you have a tendency to get really bored and you forget about that and you move on. And you need isolation. You need quiet in order to recharge. And this is a huge one for my daughter. And it has taken me many years to realize this and learn this. She needs isolation and she needs her time. So when she goes into her room and she shuts the door and she's just come home from school, she needs some serious downtime to get away from all those energies and put those away and to get her life in perspective. And if I can let her do that, she's so much happier and she's such a better person when she's ready to come out and start to have a conversation with you. So if you have children that do that, I just urge you to listen to them. And if they need their downtime, give them their downtime. Even as adults, we need that too. So now that I've kind of gone over what an empath is, and now you're thinking, maybe I am an empath, what are some things that you can do to survive the holidays? Because as an empath, I, for one, I do not like going to the mall at this time of year. I can't deal with it. The crowds, the noise, the traffic, it gets to me. And within an hour, I'm just completely fried. So if you find yourself in a situation like that, or there's holiday parties, there's lots of people, there's lots of energy, there's all kinds of things going on. So in order to prepare yourself and prep yourself, and so you don't feel like a hermit, here are some things that I have been kind of looking at online. I have found some really great articles on the Elephant Journal. If you've never looked at that, please do so. It's a great little place to find all kinds of really interesting topics. So I found some information there that I'm going to share with you tonight, as well as my own experiences. So just know that being an empath is not a bad thing. And so when you do get overwhelmed and the crowds get to you, don't punish yourself for that. Say, okay, I just know this about me and this is how I am. And actually, it's a really wonderful thing if you can keep it in control and in check. So when you go to crowded areas, if you need to, step away, give yourself a little bit of distance between people. If there's somebody in the room that you're getting a little bit of a negative vibe from, step away from that person. Give yourself a little bit of space, and don't take on that person's energy. That's the biggest and number one thing about empaths is don't take on other people's energy, other people's pain. You need to return to sender. I know we've talked about this in some of our earlier shows. When you know it's not yours, simply say, this is not mine, return to sender. And it will dissipate. It will take it will take all of that energetic sting out of it and release it so that you don't have to bear that anymore, because that's not your burden to carry. So step away, step away. If you need to, step completely out and go to a quiet hallway or to a restroom and ground yourself. And how you can do that is plant your feet on the ground and feel as if you have tree roots coming from the bottoms of your feet and going deep, deep, deep down into the earth. And ask Mother Earth to pull away all the negative energies that you may be feeling and dissipate them into the earth and into the soil. And give yourself a few minutes and breathe through this. Nice deep breaths. Breathe through all of this. And if you just give yourself 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, you'll be re-energized and you'll be ready to go back in and enjoy the rest of your party. The other thing you do is go somewhere and do a small meditation. Get into your heart and focus on the heart and the loving energy and see yourself surrounded by beautiful, brilliant white light. And just sit with that for a few minutes. Breathe in really deep and just try to come back to a space that you feel centered in, that you feel good about. And then you can go back in and continue on what you were doing before. Also, learn to say no. If someone is telling you their entire life story, and maybe it's really tough, or maybe you feel something because you can sympathize with them and you're starting to feel overwhelmed, or you're starting to feel just all of a sudden just super sad and upset. You can say no and say, I really appreciate you sharing this with me, but I have to excuse myself for a few moments. And you can leave the situation. You don't have to sit there and continue on with the conversation. It's not your burden to bear. And that, again, return to sender. Know your limits. If you're going to be going to a Christmas party or you're going out shopping with your girlfriends, know your limit. If they are shopaholics and they want to go for 4 hours, great. But make sure you bring your own transportation so you can leave when you need to leave. When you have had enough, you have that say and you have that freedom that you can leave. So don't get trapped into staying there longer because you're ready to go and they're not. Give yourself permission to take short little breaks, even during the day, even the work day. Give yourself permission to take short little 5-minute breaks to ground yourself. Like I said, find those tree roots in the bottom of your feet going deep into the soil. 5 minutes to meditate and have this beautiful white light surrounding you and your heart full of love and coming back to your center. Remember to eat healthy. During the holidays, there's all these great foods and we just want to indulge. I'm not saying don't indulge. I'm just saying eat healthy. When you're an empath, your nervous system gets really overwhelmed. And so in order to keep your nervous system healthy, you've got to eat healthy. You've got to feed your body full of good foods in order to maintain the high vibration and to keep that nervous system on check, because it will make a big difference if you can keep your nervous system on check. Get sleep. It's really hard during the holidays where everybody is doing overtime, trying to get things done for the holidays. Take the time to sleep. Really take that time. Give yourself that time to sleep and get the rest that you need. And like I said, continue to breathe. Continue to breathe. There is a breathing exercise. It's called the 4-step breathing exercise, where you breathe in deep and you count to 4, you hold for 4, and then you release for 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4. Do that about 5 to 10 times. It will slow your heart rate down and be able to bring your nervous system back into play again. And it will really help if you're overwhelmed and you're stressed. Take 5 minutes, go somewhere quiet, wherever you can find some quiet space, and do the 4-4-4 breathing technique. It really, really helps to calm you down and put you back into a place where you can focus again. Let me see. I think that is everything that I want to talk about. Just remember that as an empath, you're taking on a lot. And remember to return to sender. That's a big one. This is not mine. Return to sender. And remember to be gentle with yourself. You are not flawed because you are an empath. It is a real gift. And the deeper that you dig into that gift, you'll be able to find the joy and the greatness in that, and learn how to navigate it a little bit more. So with that, I hope some of these tips will help you enjoy the holidays a little bit better. I know it was a great refresher for me as well to remember to go back and to do those things. So right now, we have Laurel, I think I said that completely wrong, in Sacramento, California. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm super excited.
Is it Laurel, or how do you say your name?
Yeah, you said it right.
Laurel.
It's Laurel.
Okay. Wow, great. So what can I help you with tonight?
You know what? I didn't really know what to like. I don't have like specific issue. I just anything general messages that come through. If anything, I don't know.
Okay.
It's really bad.
No, I can definitely do that. Absolutely. So give me just a couple of minutes. There's going to be a little bit of silence here as I kind of tune in to see what Spirit has for you tonight. So one moment here. So the first thing that came to me was the color blue, and I was getting blue light. Your eyes are the color of blue light. Does any of that resonate with you?
The blue light. My eyes,
and your eyes
are the,
your eyes are the color of blue light. Blue skies. Oh, go ahead.
My eyes are one of them is brown and one of them is green. So I have every color but blue. So my glasses are blue. And when people look into them now, I have like little sparkly blue lights on top of my eyes. So.
Okay. I think, let me see if I can find out who's stepping forward for you. Hang on one moment. I feel like this person stepping forward is a female, possibly a grandmother or a grandmother figure that was really present in your life. She's taking all of this, the blue light, the blue skies, the blue is the color in your eyes. She's making this into like a little song. And she's just very happy and lighthearted and skipping around.
It could be Amanda. I lost a mentor very close to me. She had vibrant blue eyes and had that little Skippy kind of personality.
Okay. They're wanting me to remind you not to miss out on all the little joys and all the little things in life. Right now, you are going full speed ahead, and that's not a bad thing. But this person is wanting you to remember all the little things in life that make a person glow, and give them that little giddy feeling inside. And yeah, she's telling me that don't lose sight of that. She's afraid that you're losing sight of that piece of you that she loved so much. And so she's here singing this little song to tell you to remember, not to forget about this piece of you. It's a beautiful piece.
Yeah, she always said, "Where are your feet? What are you grateful for?" She always tried to get me to be in the present, instead of worrying about the future or being sad about the past. Like that was her main message when she was here, is just to be where my feet are.
Yes. Wow. Be aware where your feet are. I love that. Yes, she is coming through very strongly just to remind you again that you do need to think about where you are in this present moment. Like I said, she's showing me that you are moving so fast forward that you're almost missing where you've been.
Right.
So she's asking you to kind of slow down just a little bit and take a little bit of a breath.
Mm-hmm.
And, hang on. So I'm getting, she's showing me that you're feeling pushed. And it's an energetic push. You don't know why you're going 100 miles an hour. But you're feeling this push from spirit to get moving on your path. And it's all in accordance with what's going on in 2018 and coming up in 2019. I've talked a little bit about how 2018 is really about opening up and figuring out who you are and what your path is. And 2019 is more about taking action and getting moving on it, and let's go and let's do it. So you're feeling that push. And that's why you are moving so fast and so quickly ahead, which she's really excited about. But again, she's just asking you to just kind of pull back just a little bit and, smell the flowers, essentially, is what she's telling me.
Right. Oh, that's a wonderful message. I love that. But I definitely do feel that energetic push. It's really exciting, and I want to get with the program and be part of it. But I do want to still enjoy my moment.
Yes. It's a real hard, it's a push and pull kind of thing. And you're not alone. There's a lot of people right now who are feeling that too. It's like, oh, we got to get going. We got to get moving. And then, oh, wait, hold on. I got to figure out where I'm at. I got to look around and find my place again. So you're not the only one that's feeling that. That's what this whole big push is here in the last few weeks of 2018. And she says that, where you're headed and where you're going, I'm getting a big thumbs up. You're right on track. But she just keeps skipping around in my head. She's skipping like a little kid would. So let your inner child show and let your inner child play. Because you haven't been doing enough playing, she says.
Yeah.
So
that's true. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
Go back and listen to this. I stepped out of a meeting so I could catch the call. Apparently, I don't really know Eastern and Pacific time variations. I was like, oh no, I missed the call.
Well, I'm so glad you took time out to do this. This is fantastic. Did you have any other questions or anything that you would like to know?
Oh, gosh, I have so many, but I should probably get back into this meeting. I will definitely be keeping an eye on the show and be listening in. And I'm glad I found you guys.
Well, I'm so glad that you found us too and that you're listening, and you can listen to the replay of it within the next day or so. They usually try to get the replays up in about 24 hours.
Yay! Thank you so much.
You are so very welcome. Have a wonderful night.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye. Wow, that was fantastic. She stepped out of her meeting to get a reading. That's just so exciting. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So just to kind of wrap up here before our show ends for the evening, because it always goes so quickly. During the season, and as you hear me talk, it's all about, the big push into the end of the year. And so just like the message for Laurel, don't forget to stop and enjoy some of the simple things in life. Go out and enjoy those parties. Enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, enjoy the season. But remember all of the little tools that we talked about tonight, which is going to help you cope through all of these, through all of these hectic times. And, this isn't just for the holidays. These tips are really great for any time that you're feeling a little overwhelmed, a little stressed. These are all really good things to keep in mind. But just remember, as empaths, do not take on other people's energies. It's so easy for us to do. So when it's not your energies, you just need to take a look at it and say, this is not mine. Return to sender. Return to sender. And that neutralizes it right there on the spot and makes it so much easier. And you'll feel so much better when you're not carrying around everybody else's problems and energies. It is so overwhelming and so exhausting. So thank you all for tuning into the show tonight, Your Time to Shine. If you would like more tips on how to survive the holidays as an empath, feel free to head over to our Facebook page, Your Time to Shine. You can also reach me on my personal webpage at wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Again, everyone, have a wonderful night. Thank you for listening to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next week.